Good morning, everybody. How we doing? I know it's noisy, and I'm sorry. This is a loud tractor. Welcome back. Actually, it's afternoon. Well, this has been interesting. We'll idle this thing down. I'll turn away from it so you can hear me a little bit better. As you can tell, I'm not using my normal tractor. We have a lot to discuss. I'll see you over at the shed. All right. Well, we've got all that taken care of. Maybe this thing can be a little quieter now. Probably not. I know it's noisy. I apologize, but not a whole bunch I can do about it. Oh, there we go. That is so much better. So much better. I don't have to yell as hard now. Okay. Well, as you can tell, we have a very empty shed right now. And this is the only functional tractor on the farm. And yes, that does say 1066. We did go repurchase our old 1066 because, well, since last time, I obviously have finished up the harvest. I got everything taken care of. I started plowing, and I have plowed. And I even started cultivating this field here. That's why I didn't go across it. It is cultivated. But we had some major issues come up. Just seemed like everything broke down at once. And I literally mean everything. Oh, and I also did a little purchasing. I've got some fresh rolled corn. And this is some nice fresh MGD or hot cake. And here we've got, well, wet cake, not hot cake, excuse me. We've got the bales that were over there, stuck in there, and then we went ahead and moved stuff around. I had to buy another auger, and that way we can auger in our ingredients, and this is for our cattle feed. It was just a necessity item. We had to get it done. So I went ahead and started working on it. But anyway, we've just had a string of bad luck. The old case is broke down. It was the first to go. We were dragging those carts back and forth, and it broke down over by the bridge over there. So I had to tow it home. Well, then I brought this home and put it away and put the 1466 on those wagons. And as you might have guessed, they broke down as well, or the 1466 broke down as well, only I don't know what happened to it. I had to have the dealership come get it and take it over there. And then I started working ground while I was waiting on them to tell me information with the John Deere, and oh, I'd started plowing. I got everything over there all nice and plowed up. And was working over here. Went ahead and cultivated this. And I thought, well, I'll go back to plowing over there. And I got back over there. And yeah, something went wrong inside the engine. Something I couldn't just fix with a couple of belts or, normal everyday things. So now I got to go over to the dealership. And we got to find out what's going on with everything, because, yeah, I gotta do something. Things are not going as planned. Man, if I took that any wider, you'd think I was in a semi. But anyway, well, this will be the first time that you guys get to see me drive the Ford. But yeah, we got to go up to the dealership. We got to talk to them. I have a feeling the reason they called me in instead of, telling me anything on the phone is they've got some bad news or something. I don't know. Okay, loud garage door. Try to get them both at the same time here. There we go. Okay, that's better. Get here into the Ford. And we'll go ahead and head into town here real quick. Oh, it's a lot quieter in this thing, even though she's kind of noisy. One of the first 7.3s. But seems to be a pretty darn good truck. I've had good luck with it so far. But, yeah, look at that. We got her all plowed up. It looks so nice out there. I even got rid of some of the waterways. They were just not deep enough that I don't think it's a problem. Now, I may find myself at a loss later because I shouldn't have done it, but we'll see. There we go. Little slow on the uptake, but the old girl runs good, let me tell you. Runs pretty darn good. So, yeah, you can see those waterways are gone over there. Yeah, they're low spots, but I think they'll be okay. They might have been put in there for a reason I don't fully understand, but you know what? It's okay. Oh, come on. No passing zone. Oh, these darn cars. I'll tell you around here. There goes my airplane. Well, anyway, once we get up here to the dealer, they've got a few things to talk to me about. Just, you know, minor things, nothing major, but it's stuff that they have found. And you wouldn't believe it. Remember we came over here and they couldn't find us a Combine 1? I want you to see this. We'll roll around through the back here before we go up front to talk to them. But here we are at the dealership. Look at all the combines that got traded in after harvest. Can you believe that? Internationals, John Deere's, New Hollands. We couldn't get a hold of a combine to save our backsides. But now they got a whole bunch of them in. It figures. It figures. Oh, I also got to mention, I did trade back in. We'll just park right over here. This ought to be good. I did trade back in our swather that we bought in order to get money back. Because, man, I was hurting for money. I was hurting for money, something fierce. And I got a different, pull behind swather, a little bit, nicer one than what I had. But anyway, yeah, I think everything seems to be kind of in a turmoil. And for once, I don't feel comfortable. I feel like I might lose my backside. But let's get in here and talk to them real quick. And we'll see what they say. I'll find somebody here and then I'll holler right back at you. Okay, well, the long and the short of it, it's pretty simple, is here's our 3 tractors back here. Without major work, the case is essentially, I guess, done for. They can't get parts. They'd have to do a whole bunch of custom work to it. They shot me a salvage offer for it, and I accepted it. I just went ahead and let her go. I didn't want to because, man, do I like this old case. I really do, but yeah, nothing we can do about it. The cost and repair for this tractor, our 1466, well, it's in the tens of thousands. And the cost for repair on our 4760 is going to be about 5,000. And they are waiting on parts if we want to have these 2 fixed. And I don't know. Now, the dealer did shoot me an offer. A very strange offer, but it's an offer nonetheless. He said, these two tractors right out here have just came in, been fully gone through, and I asked him, I says, did you go through the transmission? Because this one here is, well, you can't see it, but it's a 1586. Just almost identical to the one that we had that the transmission went out in. And then also they've got this 7488, which technically, if I remember right, the 7488 was a prototype. So somebody up here had a hold of the prototype. This was right when they were quitting making this tractor. But they said they'd give me these two tractors. Now they got some hours on them. I think, let's see here. Hop in this one and have a look. 134.5 and let's see, 120.8. So not terrible. I mean, we only got like 87 hours on the John Deere, and then those other two, they're pretty bad. But I'm going to have to give them approximately 18,000 is what they want. Now that John Deere is valued considerably higher, and that's why the difference is there. But yeah, I hesitate to do anything, but at the same time, I got to have working equipment. And the poor old 1066, it's just not going to keep up. Let's just be honest. You know, they do have a couple other tractors. They've got this beautiful 8210 right here. But, yeah, I can't afford it. It's way out of my price range. And then over here, they've got a newer Case IH 8940. And, yeah, again, man, I'd love to have this big beast, but no way. Ooh. They did get it in. Well, this is something I requested. I have already bought and paid for this, and it is here. Well, I think this is mine. I'm going to have to ask them. They didn't say nothing about it, but I'll ask them. But our cultivator was a little small, a little worn out. Our chisel's actually kind of a little small and a little worn out too, but if that's our new sunflower, I am going to go talk to him about it. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this John Deere. I didn't have a John Deere, but let's go find out. Maybe we'll get to take some fun things home today with us. But anyway, I'll get it all sorted out, figure out what I want to do. I got to make some phone calls because some of my grain is going to have to get sold. We got the money to pay for it, but we're going to have to sell some other items. That's just all there is to it. Because I imagine it's going to be $20,000 by the time they add tax and everything into it. Because I don't have my tax exempt number just yet. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll go up front, talk to him. I'll see you in a couple. All right, everybody. Well, as you can see, I went ahead and made the deal and paid for it. I'm going to go ahead here and load up some of the narrow soybeans because they're about the only thing worth anything. Now, they're not worth what they could be, but I can't operate off of $8,000 a month. That just ain't going to cut it. I think right about there ought to be good. We'll get some of our narrow soybeans out here. There we go. Go ahead and auger some out into the truck and take them in and figure out where we're going to sell them. And we got to hurry because it's almost closing time. Harvest is let up, so all the elevators are closing early. Let me look and see where our best price is here. All right, looks like GW Grain is where we're headed. Looks like they've got the best price at the moment. So we'll go ahead and get them up there and get them sold. And boy, I sure hope this works out. I'm not going to lie. This is either going to work out or it's going to be a disaster, but one way or the other, we're pushing forward. I'm going to make some money on this darn farm. I just hate the fact that I could probably sell this at double. Whoa! God, I'm glad nobody was coming. I had my foot buried in the brake. I think I have an issue with the old truck. We're going to have to take things easier. Yep. I just barreled down on the brake. Should have locked them up. I guess I'm going to have to check the fluid in this thing. Might be a little low on brake fluid or something. Wow. I'm sorry, that was scary. That was absolutely scary. Okay, let's go ahead and dump these off real quick. See what kind of return I get. Surprised nobody's in here to work with us, but you know, hey, that's okay. We're getting some money coming in. That's all that matters. Just enough to cover the bills. One load of grain is worth way more than what the cost was going to be. Well, come on. Boy, that's taking a while. Oh, nope, there we go. All right. Hey, I can handle that. We can make it through now. At least we have some grain that we can sell to make it through. Ooh, I don't think I want to go down the tracks. That will not turn out too well for me, I'm pretty sure. All right. Well, let's head back out of here. And thankfully, they were open and they were able to get us taken care of. As I drive right past the exit, I'm trying to go somewhere I'm not supposed to. Man, I'm just not with it. All these issues and problems, I'm not with it, man. I don't feel like myself. And I don't like it. I really don't. Okay, let's have a look. Clear. Okay, well, by the time we get back to the house, the guy from the dealership should, I think, be here. And he is going to usher me back and forth to bring stuff home. So, oh, and that was my cultivator. They had forgot and had just let it, set it out there. Forgot that I ordered it. So, yeah, the guy apologized. He says, yes, that is yours. You're good to go. So, I'm very, very pleased with that. Let's see here. Get her lined up if I can. Boy, it's always tight quartered backing in here, let me tell you. Oop. I think I hit something. I did. I hit my engine hoist. Man. Good thing I don't need it right away. Shoot. See if I can just... good thing I don't need that thing anytime soon. Okay, well, he's not quite here yet, so I will just wait till he gets here, and we'll see you when I get to the dealership. Alrighty, well, we made it up to the dealership, and they're going to hook up the other tractor to that sunflower for me and test everything out and make sure it works. And in the meantime, I'm going to drive the 1086 home here. Pretty good looking tractor. Or no, I'm sorry. The 1586. We have a 1066 at home. I'm getting my 66s mixed up here. But nice old tractor. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Oh. I'll let you go by, my friend. Don't want to impede traffic, not today. Let's see, let's go ahead and turn on the hazards here. I assume they work. Yeah, this isn't too bad for hours on this. I was expecting more, but I'm very glad that it's not anymore. Should work out pretty good to our favor. But anyway, I'll go ahead, get this back home, get it put away, get everything situated, wait for the guy to come get me, and we'll see you on our way home with the other one. Well, back here at the dealership we are, hooked up, running. Tractor looks pretty good, to be honest with you. We've run one of these before. This isn't our first experience, but it's been a while. It'll take me a while to get used to having that nose out there again and it turning on me. Ooh, we got a chance to get across. Let's get across here. While everybody's waiting at the waiting there. Cultivator's quite a bit wider than our other one was. Not by a whole bunch. It's only about a couple meters wider. But I knew we could pull it with the John Deere. I just didn't know we were going to be pulling it with this. Think we can sneak through here? Oh yeah. Just barely too. Okay, let's hammer down on it and get this thing home, shall we? This should go a little bit faster. Now, it's going to be weird because we did end up technically losing a tractor, but we still have, instead of having two loader tractors, we've just got one for, you know, hay work and then a loader, and yeah. It'll be a little different, but we're going to get right into working with this. We've got a slightly used tractor with a brand new sunflower. I don't know how that's going to work out for us. It might work out pretty good. Long as there's no major issues with the with this tractor, we should be just fine. But yeah, we'll get up here to this field, our first field, and then we'll hop right in and get right to it. I think that'll do us just fine. We'll have to see. But I will see you at the field. Well, we made it over here. All is good. We just got to now get this thing unfolded. Pretty wide. Looks like a pretty good deal. We'll go ahead and flip around through this field here, and we'll just take off a rolling and see what happens. All right, let's get to going here. Got to watch ourselves real close. So we don't take out one of these poles. But it looks like we're going to be all right. Yeah, I should have back plowed that. Look how high that ridge is over here. Oop, I missed a little bit. That's okay. Come down off of that ridge for right through here. Yeah, looks like we're doing a really, really good job. I don't appear to be missing much, just that little bit off the top of the ridge. And yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Go ahead and get right up close into this corner here. There we go. That should settle out about right. Yeah, looks good. But yeah, as you can see, I went ahead and I got rid of these low spots. And, you know, I just figured we might as well have the field area. And, you know, I might, like I said, I might pay for it for taking them out, but maximize our field, man. Got to have as much as we can get. So, I guess I'll work on this for a little while, and I'll see you in a bit. All right, everybody. Well, it's getting dark enough and hard enough for me to see where I'm going that I might call it in for a little while. I'm not really pleased with the performance of this sunflower. Normally, man, I really like their equipment, but in this case, I'm just not as impressed. And I might look at, you know, maybe a different brand or something, see if the dealership would be willing to do something with me for a different brand of cultivator. Just, you know, just not feeling this one too well. Boy, this old plowed ground is sure rough, man. It sure beats you up pretty good. I've had my knees knocked into the dash I don't know how many times and just almost wanted to cry in here, you know what I mean? But that's alright. Seems to handle pretty good. Pulls a little harder than I'd like it to coming up the hills, but yeah, it seems to be alright. It isn't terrible, except for that. It always seems to be missing a strip right along the edge. I think that's it for today. I've had enough. I can't hardly see, and the lights are just... It was hazy there for the longest period of time. So I think we're just going to call it a night here, and yeah, take everything home real quick. The lights out the back are great, but the lights out front, man, they kind of leave something to be desired. Let's see. That's pretty good right there, but it's still hard to see. Oh well, we'll run it home and we'll finish up another day. We've still got some time here. We have to get on it tomorrow, though. Tomorrow we have got to get it. Tomorrow's going to be the 1st of November. And by the end of November, if we're going to get any wheat planted, we've got to get it planted. Now, I believe this field over here to my left, that'll be wheat. In fact, I'm pretty sure about that. Some of this is just going to sit fallow for the winter time, but some of it is going to have stuff done to it. I might have more than one field that's wheat. I don't know yet. We're just going to have to wait and see. You know, that's one of those things you get into it and it's like, man, I'm not sure what I want to put where, plant where, etc. And I'm at that point. I'm not sure what I want to plant where. But I know I won't have two different types of soybeans. That's for darn sure. We will not be repeating that ever again. Because, man, that just made for a nightmare when it came to the logistics of it. But looks like the narrow soybeans are going to be the best bet. And I think that's what we will plant. You know, I'm just going to park this right out here in the front yard. I don't see any need to go putting it away, you know. Well, so far, the anteater is back, and it is doing an excellent job for us, so not going to complain. I'm going to go ahead and get the door shut down over here, because we won't be needing it. Get that noisy thing out of our way. I went ahead and hooked up the bale fork, and, you know, all of our stuff's just right here, ready to go. Oh, I got to get my... Oh, I parked my gator down here this time. I forgot where I'd put it. Okay. I guess I could have turned the shop lights on, but, you know, why? I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Call it a night. And see what things look like tomorrow. I've heard that the weather... I heard the weather's going to change and it's going to get kind of rough and nasty. And, well, to be honest with you, I'm not really looking forward to that. But I know, man, normally I'd work late at night, but for some reason tonight, boy, look at the stars. The stars are absolutely beautiful tonight. But for some reason, I'm just having trouble seeing tonight. I don't know what it is. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll see you then.